Hello, everybody. This is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Saturday evening to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in episode 6 of Road to the NBA Finals, Los Angeles Lakers Series 1, because I am going to do Series 2, but I'm going to play 15 out of the 30 NBA teams and then still do the same thing for Series 2 and 3, but that'll come about spring or summer. So Los Angeles Lakers are leading the series 1-0 over the Dallas Mavericks. And last episode we beat Dallas in the Staples Center pretty good. So I will have that I will have the link to that episode in the description if you guys want to check that episode out if you have not already. So this was just the beginning of the Western Conference semifinals as we beat the Golden State Warriors 4-0 in the first round playoff. So we lead this 1-0, and we'll show you the uniforms and we'll see yins at kickoff. Sorry, tip-off. Alright, for the uniforms, the Dallas Mavericks are going to be wearing the white association uniforms on the road. They wore that last episode against the Lakers, but the Lakers did wear those special purple city uniforms with like the 2 stars on the front. And for the Los Angeles Lakers, they're going to be wearing them Kobe Bryant Black Mamba uniforms, which they did wear throughout the 2020 playoffs, and they won the finals. Not in those uniforms for Game 6, but they wore the white ones. So without further ado, we'll see you guys at tip-off. Alright, it is tip-off time here at the Staples Center in the 213 and 310. And the Dallas Mavericks have won the tip-off, so they got some Luka Doncic in their hands. So they lose the basketball. Anthony Davis picking up that steal for the Lakers, and he is going to drive it in the paint. So it's now 2-0 Los Angeles. So they're going to pass it to Luka Doncic and then Tim Hardaway. So Luka Doncic passing it to Dwight Powell, losing the basketball. So Davis is going to pick up that basketball, and he is going to dunk that in for 2 more points. So it's now 4-0 here in the Staples Center. So there's a foul there. It's on Russell Westbrook. So we're going to play some strategic defense. So Dorian Finney-Smith, he is going to probably pass this to Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of former Miami Heat superstar player Tim Hardaway Sr., who played with the team around 96, 97. So Luka Doncic, he is going to actually score that in for 2 more points. So it's now 4-2 here in Los Angeles. So we got some Russell Westbrook going to step back, going to pull it in from 3. The UCLA product gets it in. So it's now 7-2 in the Staples Center. So Luka Doncic has possession. So he is going to step back. He's going to pass it to Hardaway, and then Luka Doncic going to pass it to Hardaway Jr. Doncic with the assist there that time. And it's now 7-4 here in Los Angeles. So we got some LeBron James, the Akron, Ohio native. And he is going to actually get this in. So it's now 9-4 here in the 2-1-3. So Luka Doncic has possession. He is going to pass it to Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic with the assist. So it's now going to be a 9-7 lead. LeBron James passing it to Russell Westbrook, and then Avery Bradley passing it to James. And it is Avery Bradley who will pick up the assist. So the Lakers are on top by 4 points. So Hardaway Jr. loses the basketball, picks it back up, passes it to Porzingis, and now Dwight Powell has the opportunity, and he just lost the basketball, so it went out of bounds. So this will be a Los Angeles Lakers possession. So Russell Westbrook, he's going to pass it to Avery Bradley, and then I'm going to use some Carmelo Anthony. So Carmelo Anthony, he is going to step back, pull it in from 3 behind the arc, and it's now 14-7 lead. So Dorian Finney-Smith passes it to Trey Burke, and then Jalen Brunson loses the basketball. Carmelo passes it to Westbrook, Anthony will pick up that assist, so it's now going to be 16-7 here in LA. So this is just game 2. So Trey Burks, he is going to fade it in, gets it in. So it's now 16-9. So Dwight Howard passing it to Russell Westbrook. And he's going to pass it to Dwight Howard. And Dwight Howard slams it in for 2. And it's now 18-9 at this point here in LA. So it's 57 seconds to go. Jalen Brunson, he is going to slam it in. So it's now 18-11. So I'm going to pass this to Avery Bradley and then Carmelo Anthony and then some Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard gets it in right-handed for 2 points. So it's now 20-11. And now Jalen Brunson has possession. He is going to go up. He is going to actually get that in there. So it's now 20-13. I'm going to pass on to Avery Bradley. And then Carmelo, he's going to pass it to some Talen Horton-Tucker. Gets this in from 3. And that's actually going to be a 23-13 lead. So Trey Burke, he's going to pass it to Brunson. And Jalen Brunson, he's going to pass it to Kebler and then loses a basketball to Dwight Howard. He is going to actually go up and he hits that square glass. So it's now 25-13 here in LA. So there's 16 seconds to go. Avery Bradley making that steal, passing it off to Westbrook and then passing it to Carmelo Anthony. And we'll see you guys in the second quarter. Alright, so now it's going to be a 27-13 lead. So now we got some Carmelo Anthony. So the Lakers, they have 6 steals, 8 fast break points. So Carmelo Anthony, he drills it in from 3. They score their 30th point of the game for the Lakers. So it's now going to be Trey Burke passing it to Dorian Finney-Smith. So now the Mavericks have 15, the Lakers have 30. And half of 30 is 15, so Dwight Howard gets that in for 2, so it's now 15-32. So with only 3:23 to go in this second half, they're going to pass it to Kebler, and he gets it in for 2 points. So now our bench has outscored the Mavs bench by 8, so that's surprising to see. Now we got some Trevor Ariza, so he is going to step in and shoot a 2 from there. So Trey Burke, he's going to pass it to Jalen Brunson, and the Mavericks are going to take this time out. Alright, so now Tim Hardaway Jr., he is going to pass it to Luka Doncic, and Doncic gets it in, so it's now 34-19. So now we got Russell Westbrook. I'm going to pass it to LeBron James, the Akron, Ohio native. He gets that in, so it's now 36-19 at this point. Luka Doncic has possession. He is dribbling his way, and he is going to pass it to Kristaps Porzingis, and Doncic will pick up the assist. So now we got some LeBron James. I am actually going to do a crossover. He almost dunks it in, but it's now a 38-21 lead. So Tim Hardaway Jr., he's going to pass it to Trey Burke and then Luka Doncic. So Doncic, he is going to pass it to Burke, pass it to Doncic, and Burke picks up the assist for the Mavs. And the Lakers are on this 14-point lead, so I'm going to pass this to Carmelo. And we still have possession of the basketball, which is good. So I'm thinking about passing this to Russell Westbrook and then passing it back to Dwight Howard. Howard gets it in, so it's now 40-24. So Dwight Powell, he's going to pass it to Luka Doncic from Slovenia. Loses a basketball. Dwight Howard picks it up. He's going to pass it to Trevor Ariza. There is a foul. It's on Dwight Powell. So Ariza, he is going to actually miss the first free throw attempt. And will he actually get the second one in? The answer is a yes, sirree. He does get it in. Kristaps Porzingis passes it to Trey Burke, and then Luka Doncic, he's going to pass it to Burke, so he is actually going to get it in there for 2 points. The Los Angeles Lakers do take their first time out of the episode. All right, so now it's 41-26. LeBron James, he's going to pass it to Anthony Davis. So Davis, he is actually going to get this in for 2 points. So it's now 43-26. And Kristaps Porzingis passes it to Luka Doncic. He does a little spin move there. So Doncic, he is actually going to try to get that in, make the lob, but then Dwight Howard blocked it, and then the Mavericks unfortunately picked it back up, so there's a foul there. It's on Tim Hardaway Jr., so we get to go to the free throw line with DeAndre Jordan. That is not good. He missed it, so now Dwight Powell passes it to Doncic, and then Hardaway Jr. passing it back to Brunson. So Brunson, he's going to pass it to Porzingis, so Porzingis passes it to Powell. He gets that in to Dwight Howard. So now this is going to be missed on that attempt. So now he gets a second chance at it. So question is, will Dwight Powell make it on that second attempt? He does. So now it's still Dallas possession. So we got the tall guy, Anthony Davis, ready to block. So now Dwight Powell, he gets blocked by Dwight Howard. So Dwight Howard, he is actually going to try to lay it in. And there is a shooting foul. So now this is Dwight Howard's turn. And he misses that first attempt. Will he get it in for the second one? Yes, he will. And it's now 46-31 at this point. So now Luka Doncic has possession. It looks like he's going to pass it to Brunson. So Brunson passes it to Doncic, and then Doncic is going to fly this in from 3. And it's now 46-34. Passing it to Avery Bradley, and then some LeBron James. So LeBron James, he's going to make that 3 happen for the LA Lakers. So it's now 49-34. So Doncic has possession. So he's going to pass it to Brunson. He is going to get this in. We will see you guys in the second half. All right, LeBron James with 11 points, 5 for 5, and he's played 6 minutes of this episode already. So LeBron James, he is going to get this in for 2 points, actually. And it's now 51-37. So Tim Hardaway Jr. is passing it to Porzingis, and then Dwight Powell passing it to Luka Doncic. So Luka Doncic, he is going to get that layup in for the Mavs. So now LeBron James, he has 13 points, leads the scoring for the LA Lakers, while Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks, however, has 12 points. He made a 3 there, so it's now 54-39. And there is lots of time for the Mavericks to catch up. And they drill a 3, so it's now 54-42. So we got DeAndre Jordan. He is going to actually step back, try to do a crossover, and he actually gets this in. So it's now 56-42. Luka Doncic having possession of the basketball. And he is going to step back and pull another 2-pointer. So Doncic has 17 points today, so far today, and 7 of them are in this quarter. So it's now a 14-point lead since Russell Westbrook got that in there for 2 points. So now Luka Doncic, he's going to pass it to Dwight Powell, and that is a rebound for the Lakers. So now Anthony Davis, he is actually going to get this in from 2 points. LeBron James with the assist there. So now Mavericks, they have 9 turnovers. The Lakers have 0. And Dwight Powell makes that dunk, and the Lakers are going to take another timeout. All right, so now Taylor Horton Tucker's going to pass this to Carmelo Anthony. So Carmelo, he's going to do a crossover like his teammate Allen Iverson when they played for the Denver Nuggets. So Carmelo, he is actually going to get that first free throw in of this quarter. And will he get that second one in? Yes, he will. So the Mavs are trailing by 16 points in this episode. So they really need 3 threes and quite a bit of 2-pointers. So now it's 14 points. So the Mavericks, I've only missed only one shot in this first half, while the Lakers have not really missed any field goals, 21 for 21, and both teams are at 100% in the second half. Doncic drilling it in for 3, so now the Mavericks are trying to catch up, and Taylor Horton Tucker, he's going to pass it to Trevor Ariza. So will Ariza get this in from 3? No, he will not. Trey Burke has possession. He's going to pass it to Doncic, and then Tim Hardaway Jr. with the fade gets that in. So it's now an 11-point lead. So Malik Monk passing it to Carmelo Anthony. He gets that in. So it's now 66-53. Carmelo with 12 points, and he's 4 for 4 in field goals today. So Luka Doncic, he is going to step up through the Euro step, and he dunks that in. Doncic has 24 points, and he is 100% in field goals. So now I'm going to try to step back with Taylor Horton Tucker. I missed that. Mavericks pick up the basketball, and they're going to pass it to Doncic, and then Porzingis gets that in. Doncic with the assist there. So now they're trailing by 9. So we have got to catch up. So we got some Anthony Davis in some action. He is going to go up, dunks that in, 25.3 seconds to go. And this is the semifinals, players. A lot can happen within the playoffs. So Doncic, he is actually going to get that in. So it's now 59-68. Ariza stepping back to Taylor Horton Tucker, getting that in for 2 points. And we will see you guys in the fourth quarter. So Doncic has possession. He's going to pass to Burke. He gets that in from at least 3. All right, here is the State Farm assist of the game. LeBron James passing it to DeAndre Jordan. So DeAndre Jordan steps up, makes that layup happen. And the Dallas Mavericks have possession of the basketball. So now it's Jalen Brunson's turn. And they're losing by 11 points. So Trey Burke's going to do a signature spin move. Gets that in from 3. So it's now 65-73. Malik Monk passing it to Taylor Horton Tucker. And then some LeBron James going to make that dunk in happening. And it's now a 75-65 lead for the LA Lakers. So both teams are heating up into this episode, which I'm really hyped to see. I mean, if the Mavericks win today's episode, we get one more game in for the semifinals. And I'm thinking if we were to play a Western Conference Finals, I'll probably do like 6 or 7 games for that, and we will likely play against the Phoenix Suns, and then my projected opponent for the NBA Finals will probably be Boston. So Jalen Brunson, he's going to pass it to Tim Hardaway Jr. He knocks it down for 3, and it's now 70-78. LeBron James passing it to DeAndre Jordan. Avery Bradley passing it to Horton Tucker, and then Westbrook, he is going to drill this in from 3. Now it's going to be 81-70 at this point. So now Tim Hardaway Jr., it looks like he is going to go up with Dwight Powell. Jalen Brunson getting it in from 3. So now Brunson picks up the assist there. So now LeBron James, I'm going to pass it to Taylor Horton Tucker. And Tucker, will he actually step back, pull it in from 3? He misses that. Hardaway Jr. picks it up. I am going to take a small break. Alright, so now Jalen Brunson, he is going to actually pass it to Kristaps Porzingis. Fades it, gets it in, so it's now 77-81 with 1:41 to go. I'm actually going to try to shoot a three from the corner with Russell Westbrook, and that is no good. So Kristaps Porzingis picks it up. So Porzingis, he is actually going to get this one in for 2 points, so it's now 79-81. And we're going to actually try to do it from the logo Westbrook, and that goes out of bounds. The Mavericks do retain possession. All right, your player of the game is Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks. So if Dallas wins, we start with them first in the statistics. I mean, he's been drilling a lot of threes in this episode, let me tell you. The Los Angeles Lakers have won Game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals by a close score of 2 points. That was the closest we've got, but the final score is 88-86. All right, LeBron James, 21 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 dunks on the day for him. Carmelo Anthony, 15 points, 4 assists, 2 steals on the day. Anthony Davis with 2 dunks, 14 points, 2 rebounds, and a block. Dwight Howard had a block and 2 offensive rebounds for the Lakers, 11 points there. Russell Westbrook had 7 assists, 10 points on the day as well. Luka Doncic, player of the game, even though they lost Mavericks, he did really good. He was 4 for 5 on the 3-point line. He had 11 assists, 28 points, and 1 dunk. Tim Hardaway Jr., 10 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists on the day. Kristaps Porzingis, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal on the day, and had a dunk. So that wraps it up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.